She was shot in the head, but she didn't die. Instead, she rose to global fame. Malala Yousafzai, a girl from the scenic yet troubled valley of Swat in Pakistan, became a symbol of courage, education, and women's rights, but not without controversy. Born in 1997 in Mingora, Swat, Malala grew up under the watchful eye of her father, Ziauddin Yousafzai, a school owner and a strong advocate for girls' education. From an early age, Malala was taught to speak up, and she did. But Swat was changing. The Taliban were rising.
This is our request to the all world there to save our school, save our world, save our Pakistan.
By 2009, the valley had become a battleground. Schools were being bombed. Girls were told to stay at home. Amid this chaos, Malala began writing anonymous blogs for the BBC Urdu, revealing the terror under Taliban rule. She was just 11. Her words made waves in the West. But in Pakistan, few knew her name. Until October 9, 2012. That day, while riding home from school, she was shot point-blank in the head by a Taliban gunman. The world watched in shock, but she survived.
One name, one story, one legacy that shaped the world. Welcome to Timeless Voices, where legendary lives come to life.
She was flown to the UK for treatment, and from there, her journey changed forever. Within months, Malala became a global figure. She met presidents, addressed the UN, won awards, and in 2014 became the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize laureate. But back home in Pakistan, not everyone clapped. Voices began to rise. Why her? Why was Malala being celebrated globally, while thousands of other children, victims of drone strikes, suicide bombings, and war, remained forgotten? Why was Dr. Afia Siddiqui, another Pakistani woman whose life had been shattered by global politics, not given the same attention? And what about the innocent school children who died in the Army public school attack in Peshawar in 2014? Who cried for them? In Gaza, children are buried beneath rubble. In Ukraine, war has stolen their innocence. In Afghanistan, little girls walk miles every day just to reach a broken school, if it's still standing. And yet, Malala, an icon of children's rights and education, remains largely silent about these tragedies. She rarely speaks about the bleeding schools in Palestine, or the orphans in Syria, or the shattered classrooms of Ukraine. Millions of children around the world are out of school, some because of war, others because of poverty, displacement, or silence. And that's what many critics ask. How can someone be an icon for children, and yet choose which children to speak for? In her autobiography, I Am Malala, written with the help of Western authors, lines about Islamic values, Pakistan society, and Salman Rushdie raised eyebrows. For some, her words didn't reflect her people, they echoed someone else's script. Questions grew louder. Was Malala's journey entirely her own, or was it shaped by design? After all, her father was already connected to international education networks. Her access to English, to media training, to foreign journalists.
I don't know, but we missed him. I want to become a doctor. It's my own dream, but my father told me that you have to become a politician. But I don't like politics.
It wasn't typical of other girls in SWAT. To some, she became a carefully crafted symbol, useful to a certain narrative. To others, she is still a beacon of hope, a survivor who turned pain into purpose. And maybe both are true. Malala's rise is not just about education, it's about global politics, about who gets a microphone and who doesn't. She has spoken about the Taliban, about extremism, about education in Pakistan, but her silence on the suffering of children in Gaza, Ukraine, and other war zones is hard to ignore. She is one of the most influential young women in the world, but with great influence comes a heavier responsibility. Today, Malala lives in the UK. She graduated from Oxford. She continues to speak at international forums. Her foundation funds education in some countries, but critics ask, is she doing enough for all? Because icons must be universal, not selective. Malala's story is not just of a girl who survived. It's the story of how the world chooses heroes, and how silence can sometimes be louder than words. And maybe, just maybe, the real question isn't whether she's a hero. The real question is, which children deserve a voice? And who decides that?
How many others are waiting to be heard? Subscribe to Timeless Voices, where history speaks.